Banks Insider News for the week of March 27, 2020. I'm Jay, and here's what's going on inside of Banks. We killed the internet last week with the latest episode of Building a Monster Truck Engine, Part 11, racking up 1.2 million views on Facebook in just 2 days. In the episode, Gail gives a tour of the supercharged twin-turbo 7-liter Duramax just before rolling it into the dyno cell with some help from Mike, our engine builder. He goes over the front drive assembly and the expected power output. And in the comments of the videos, we're seeing a lot of you guys asking why the supercharger was necessary. Why not just 2 turbos? Well, that's easy. Turbos have a lot of lag. That's why we got the call from Dave Sparks so we could put this in his Brodozer. The supercharger provides the snappy throttle response, and the turbos will get us to 1,300 horsepower. Stay tuned for more on this amazing engine. Gale has been really busy on camera lately. In his latest unboxing video, he opens up a container with something that could very well put the stock Duramax L5P well over 1,000 horsepower. Inside the FedEx box was a custom cam from the undisputed leaders in camshaft technology, Comp Cams. The new cam will help the L5P rev higher with the valves open longer, allowing for better exhaust flow. In the next episode of Killing a Duramax, Gale will push the stock engine to 900 horsepower with the stock cam. Then he'll install the new Comp Cam and go for the big 1,000. There's some other minor changes too you'll have to see coming up. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel or Facebook feed to see the next Killing a Duramax and catch a new unboxing episode every Wednesday. This week's Fan Focus takes a peek at Brian Bland and his 2018 GMC Denali Duramax L5P. Brian used his GMC Duramax power truck as a teaching aid for his son. Way to go, dude! Way to go, dude! He wanted to know how things worked out, explained the North Carolina native. My son wanted to know the difference between stock and performance. This led us to Banks and their series of educational videos. Then we saw that there were other videos detailing installations. It was a no-brainer to use this as a teaching opportunity, says Brian. It's great because I got him away from the screen playing Fortnite and now he's working on my truck. He's still in front of a screen watching YouTube videos, but he's actually outside doing something with his hands and learning. Brian's son has helped him to do all the Banks upgrades on the truck, from the Derringer last week to this week's project, the Ram Air differential cover. We've put everything that Banks has to offer on the truck, and now we're just waiting on the new DataMonster throttle sensitivity control. You can bet that we've been recommending Banks to everyone, and if you'd like to get yourself a new patented Ram Air diff cover, you'll find them at bankspower.com. For this week's R&D update, we're giving some love to Ram HD owners with a Cummins under the hood. All testing has been completed and the design has been locked in and approved for the new Ram Air intake for the 19 and newer HD. After quite a few design iterations and an extensive amount of testing against stock and the competition, we've come up with the optimum design for the greatest manifold air density increase, making it the ideal upgrade whether you just want the most out of your stock truck or if you're planning to add another performance upgrade like the upcoming... Oh, I'm not allowed to talk about that other part, am I?
Nope.
No. Okay, I'll get clearance and I'll tell you guys about the new Ram part next week. Next in iDash on the road, we check in with John Faddis of Quad Star Tuning. As a tuner, John needs to know everything that's going on inside the engine and the transmission, even if it's not OBD2 equipped. So his online shop specializes in performance upgrades for the 6.2 and 6.5 liter GM diesels, trucks that were made way before CAN communication was made mandatory. It doesn't matter that these vehicles don't have the modern day electronics and control systems, you'll still need to know what's going on with the engine and all of its systems. Using the iDash DataMonster, a 4-channel analog module, and the Air Mouse has been essential to the product development he's doing at QuadStar. It just goes to show you that with the iDash and Banks modules, you can teach an old dog new tricks. For our dealer spotlight, we chatted with Steve Harsany, owner of Performance Diesel in Fredericktown, Ohio. I like the extra R's. He opened up the shop back in 1991, way before grunge music was even a thing.
Can't figure any lyrics out.
Back then, there wasn't much in the way of diesel performance except for the Banks kits for the GM 6.2 and 6.5 liter and the Ford 6.9 and 7.3 liter non-turbo diesels. Performance installed a lot of those turbo systems and exhausts, so much that they had to install a drive-in facility and add more techs. With Performance Diesel's deep knowledge of diesels coupled with their ability to work on injectors and fuel pumps, they're a one-stop shop for keeping your truck in top running condition. Performance Diesel is about an hour north of Columbus, so if you're in the area, give Steve a visit. This week in the Time Machine, we rewind the clocks at 2012 to peek in at Banks' involvement with the U.S. military. Yet again, since 1985, the high mobility multi-purpose wheeled vehicle, you know it as the Humvee, has been the workhorse for our nation's military. It was originally powered by a GM 6.2 liter naturally aspirated diesel, followed by an upgraded 6.5 liter, and then ultimately a turbocharged 6.5 liter diesel. The Humvee has never really been considered a high performance machine, so in comes Banks. We test the stock vehicle, dynoed at only 113 horsepower at 3,200 RPM and 219 pound-feet of torque at 2,600 RPM. After adding additional armor, gunnery, and communications equipment, the Humvee tips the scales at double its original design weight. Suddenly, the 113 horsepower doesn't go very far and as fast as one might like. And it's certainly not going to get you out of harm's way when someone's shooting at you. Banks' answer was a military exclusive upgrade that added power 58% and virtually cut 0 to 60 times in half. And with a special exhaust brake, also by Banks, reduced 60 to 0 distance by 64 feet. Unfortunately, this was a military-only offering. You can't get one unless your name ends in Schwarzenegger. We are on TV! Mama, get the popcorn! Catch the series premiere of Driven on the Discovery Channel this Monday, March 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. In the first episode of the show, Bo Bachman, owner of Galpin Autosports, and his crew resurrect a one-of-a-kind Pantera that Carroll Shelby hot-rodded for a secret project with Chrysler's Lee Iacocca. Find out the history of this amazing car as the crew completely restores this lifeless husk, and learn how Gale Banks provided turbos and intercooler and all sorts of amazingness to this incredible car. It's automotive history you didn't even know existed until now. Driven world premieres Monday at 9 p.m. on Discovery. And looking at my U.S. map, it looks like most states are seeing lows in the 50s this weekend. Columbus coming in at 52 degrees, Baltimore at 49, Houston in the low 70s at night. You guys all need a nice warm Banks hoodie. Get yours now at bankspower.com. Stay glued to our Facebook and Instagram feeds and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up on the latest goings-on at Banks. We're still here and we're pumping out performance.